Hey, good morning. It's nighttime right now when I'm recording this. I hope you had a fun 4th of July. We're just cleaning up outside our yard here from sparklers and fireworks and all kinds of fun stuff. And all around the neighborhood right now are fireworks going off. Fun to be able to celebrate. And so this morning we are really glad that you're with us, and we're you know the routine. We've got a song, and then actually we've got this great story from Miss Nikki, one of your teachers, and then a pretty cool story from another missionary on the other side of the world. Yeah, so we're glad you're with us today, and yeah, happy 4th of July.
For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. Plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope.
Hi, Water City kids. It's Miss Nikki, and I am so excited to get to share a fishing story with you today. I'm actually sitting in my fishing room. So behind me, I have some of my poles. I have some river poles. I have some lake poles. That's my favorite kind of fishing, is bobber fishing. I have a big net behind me when I go salmon fishing, so you can tell I get pretty excited about fishing. I even have my worm farm. So this is something that I keep night crawlers in. After it rains, I go outside and at night, and you take a flashlight and a cup and pull them out of the ground and put them in here, and I feed them and take care of them until I put them on my hook to hopefully catch a fish. So I really like fishing. So I was pretty excited when I got to share a fishing story with you guys. So this is called The Fisherman's Surprise. As Jesus walked one morning by the Sea of Galilee, he saw some fishermen at work. Said Jesus, "Follow me. I'll teach you how to help me in the work I will do." "Yes, Master," called the fishermen. "We'll come and follow you." The men all left their boats and nets. They went with Christ instead. "From now on, you'll be catching men, not fish," the Master said. Then, helping Jesus teach and heal, from place to place they trod, not bringing fish in from the sea, but bringing men to God. When Jesus died, his friends were sad. Alone they wept and said, "The one who was our master and our dearest friend is dead." 1 day went by, 2 days went by, the 3rd day dawned, and then at evening Jesus came to them. He was alive again. "Don't be afraid," his puzzled friends all heard their master say. "I had to die and rise again to take men's sins away." The men rejoiced. This truly was the master they could see. He told them, "I will meet you soon. Go back to Galilee." The men walked back to Galilee. They waited there, and then one afternoon they went and sat down by the sea again. They watched the fishing boats go out. The sun was setting red. "I miss the master. Oh, I wish that he were here," John said. "Yes, many days have passed since we have seen him," Thomas cried. The men all sadly shook their heads. "What shall we do?" James sighed. "Let's fish," said Peter. "Yes, let's fish," the other men said too. They found their nets and oars, and then, just like they used to do, they climbed into their boat, and as the sun sank low and set, they rowed out on the water and let down their fishing net. The stars soon twinkled up above. The yellow moon was bright. The men let down their fishing net, time after time that night. Each time they pulled it in, they looked for fish, but there were none. Yes, though they fished all night, they caught no fish, not even one. "Have we forgotten how to fish?" asked Andrew, looking glum. "Yes," Peter said, "our luck is bad. I wish we hadn't come." The sun was rising from the shore. The men heard someone call, "Do you have any fish there, lads?" They cried, "No, none at all." "Then let down your net on the right," he called back from the shore. Surprised, the men let down their net into the sea once more. They waited, then they grabbed the ropes and all began to pull. Then "Fish!" cried Peter. "Fish!" cried John. "Oh, look, our net is full!" The men could not believe their eyes. "We caught no fish all night. Now look at all these big, big fish," they shouted in delight. "It must be Jesus on the shore," John said to Peter then. Yes, Peter thought, "It's Jesus, come to help us once again." He jumped into the sea and swam toward shore where Jesus stood. The rest in the little boat as quickly as they could. "Oh, Jesus, Jesus," cried the men when they reached the shore. "How glad we are to see you. Please don't leave us anymore." Just then they saw a fire of coals with cooking fish and bread. "Now bring some fish that you have caught. We need more," Jesus said. "You made our breakfast, master?" his surprised and pleased friends cried. "You worked all night. I knew you would be hungry," he replied. Big Peter ran and pulled their catch of fish in from the sea, and on the shore they counted them, 153. Then Jesus put some on the fire when they had cooked a while. "Come now and have your breakfast, lads," he called out with a smile. The master's friends sat round the fire. He gave them fish and bread. Now Jesus said to Peter and the rest when they were fed, "Feed all my sheep and lambs," and then he gave them this command: "Tell all the world that I have come. Go into every land. Tell red and yellow, black and white, until all people know I shall be with you every day and everywhere you go." I hope you're encouraged to know that Jesus loves you so much, and he wants to be with you in the big victories like 153 fish and the small ones. Jesus provided for fishermen who knew those waters but couldn't catch a thing. And not only that, but he made them breakfast. I can't imagine walking into my kitchen on Saturday morning and Jesus making bacon and eggs. But he provided because he loved them. And he provides for you as well. And the great part about the fishing stories in the Bible, they're true. And there's so many other ones out there to remind you that you are always on his mind. So the next time you go fishing at Lake Winnebago, look around and see all of the things that Jesus has provided. And go tell your friends about it too. Because he wants you not just to catch fish, but he wants you to catch some men too. Thanks, Water City Kids. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
That was so great. Thanks, Nikki. I love the idea of having a fishing room, and I'm sure some of you kids have been out fishing before. I wonder, have you ever caught a fish or put a worm on a hook? It's a pretty cool thing to be able to do. And so, yeah. So here we go. We've got now a story from a missionary on the whole other side of the world and some cool things that God is doing through them.
In the villages of Equatorial Guinea, kids have to be creative and make their own fun. To make a living, a lot of the villagers are farmers.
As all the villages on the island here, the people, they are living through agriculture.
They have to go to the river to get their water and to wash their clothes. Zenaida accepted Jesus into her heart at an AG church when she was 15 years old, and now she's a pastor. It's important for missionaries to go to hard countries like this, because if they don't go, how will the people hear?
When we go out to evangelize, they will open their doors. We can enter, we share.
Missionary Carol cares a lot about the people here. He believes God can do great things all across the country.
We want to put a church in every village. I believe that when the Lord gave us the Great Commission and told us to go into all the world, He meant that. And I believe that we need missionaries to rise up. We need people to pray. We need intercessors. When you go into a new place, the devil's not going to like that. You're going to run into barriers and obstacles and attacks, and we need people that help us to win the victory, pulling down strongholds in prayer.
Pray that God would send more workers to Equatorial Guinea and that He would continue to plant His church.
Well, hey, thanks so much for being with us today, and for singing along and listening to the story. And hopefully today, while you're out and doing things, maybe even having a barbecue, that you'll look around and see some of the amazing things that God has provided for you and blessed you with. And so, we look forward to seeing you again soon, and we'll talk to you later. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye.